Dancexcel is about excellence in the arts. Dancexcel is about excellence in general. I think we have had a mission to instill a sense of respect and pride in being great, not being perfect. Absolutely contributing the best of what you have to the things that you do.
Dancexcel Champion Center for Creative Art Education offers dynamic programming in the arts for all ages. We have students from 2 all the way up until whenever, 30 and plus. I started as a student first. In 2013, I was offered the opportunity to come be a part of the Spirit of the Baobab Tree, which is one of our most important productions that we do. And from there, I wanted to take classes because the environment was so amazing and so welcoming. There's never been a place quite like this. Like, as soon as you walk in, you know that there's something great happening. The spirit, the atmosphere, the love that you get as soon as you walk into the door. And then when I walked into this space, it was amazing. Dr. Dion was teaching choreography, and I'm like, I've never seen anything like this before. That kept me. As I enter into this position, I try to keep that same spirit going with our students now. I can only speak from my perspective of what it meant for me to be a teenager in spaces like this. It saved me, you know, so I only hope that what I do and what our staff does, we help save these kids, you know what I'm saying? Because in Gary and East Chicago, Hammond, this entire area, they can be doing a lot of things. But this space offers them, like I said earlier, an outlet, you know, and we harp on good grades here. That's a part of our foundation. You want to be intelligent and you want to be creative, you know, so we do our best to merge those things. We have tutoring. We make sure that homework is being done. So I think this space is just, again, for a lot of our kids, they don't have a good home foundation. They don't have what they need. So this space offers that to them. A student comes in and you could tell they're reluctant in some ways, whether it's shy, whether it's anger, sometimes you get that. And then by the time the end of rehearsal or the end of the first month that they're here, they're leading, they're smiling, they're walking in and saying, warm-up start right now. They're taking over. And that's for me as an instructor, teacher, artist, whatever it can be. When I see that the student now becomes the teacher, we've done our job. When they can walk in and say, Denzel doesn't have to be here. Daria doesn't have to be here. Miss Dion doesn't have to be here. I'm here, you know, and that for me shows that there's some type of transferable learning going on, you know, because if they only remain students, what was the purpose?
I was born and raised in Gary, Indiana. I grew up dancing, so when I was less than 2 years old, my mother and father noticed that I would walk around on my toes all the time. So they were like, yep, put her in some dance classes. And they brought me to this building on 2345 Grant Street and signed me up for dance classes, ballet classes with a woman named Corrine Morse Williams. Corrine had been teaching in the city of Gary since she was 11 years old. She became my first dance teacher. I stayed and took classes at Corrine's dance studio from the time I was 2 all the way through high school. During that time, I also fell in love with not only dance, but math and science. And I went to and graduated from Emerson School for the Visual and Performing Arts in 1994, valedictorian of my class because I was just really engaged with math and science and dance. And so I did really well in that program. Having an inherent love for movement and dance and expressing things through movement, and simultaneously an inherent love for logic and math and science and questioning why things were in the world the way they were. And for my entire academic career, I was pushed to think of those things as completely separate. I was told that I was going to have to choose a path, that I couldn't be great in both, that I couldn't do both, that one was going to sacrifice the other, and that I was going to have to choose. And I fundamentally rejected that my entire life because I've always felt like all of those things are core to who I am and how I make sense of the world. And so part of this is just me on this mission to help people understand that this is a valid way of making sense in the world. And not only is it valid, but it's super helpful. There are things that dancing will help you understand about science and math that other things just will not. There are things that math and science can help you understand about yourself as a dancer that there's just not a lot of other pathways to get to those ways of understanding. to realize that not only are you passing down artistic skills and disciplines and things that are gonna support students in being productive in whatever path they choose, whether it's through the arts and dance or through anything else, knowing that you have the opportunity to shape lives in a way that they not only feel like they can come and contribute and make a difference, but they're in a position to do that, to continue to pass the torch, it's like the most meaningful thing in the world to me, because it means that my vision can keep going whether I'm here or not. That Corinne's vision can continue whether she's here or not. And I think that's what we're all trying to do. That's the reason for being here, right, on Earth, to be able to continue to exist and to have your name and your ideas and your visions and the things that you pass on still continue to affect people positively even after you're gone. And I think that is a legacy that has persisted as I've seen our students go out into the world feeling comfortable and confident enough in themselves and their abilities that they can go out and make a positive difference, knowing that even if they don't know something, they can put themselves in the position where they can ask a question or go get more information or learn enough so that they can go and accomplish the tasks that they really want to do, the things that they set their minds to. I think above all, that's the legacy.
We've done so many great things, but even beyond that, I look at our students now and I'm like, wow, you guys really are gifted. And now it's up to our generation to come and pour into that. Somebody had to pour into me, Ms. Dion, Dr. Leon Kendrick, who was my teacher at East Chicago Central High School. They took it upon themselves to pour into not only me, but hundreds and thousands of students. And I think now it's my responsibility to give that to the next generation.